I am so excited today to be here with Chris Wong, former FBI Special Agent, to really welcome you to TRM. Really so excited to have you on the team. So thank you.
Well, thank you, Ari. It's amazing.
Before we dig into TRM and you joining the team, would love to just spend a moment to have you reflect on what was really an extraordinary career with the FBI.
Right. Yeah. I was in the FBI for 10 years, as you know. So that's a fairly reasonable amount of time to do a lot of things. And so it was an amazing journey. I got to work all kinds of different threats, all kinds of different cases, supporting the mission, protecting the American people, protecting the U.S. financial system, from investigating large-scale hacks to investigating North Korean IT workers, all kinds of things. Had great opportunity to learn from amazing investigators, had great leaders while I was there. But it's time for the next chapter.
Absolutely. No, really, really exciting. I think one thing that always struck me about, I think your work at the Bureau and then maybe sort of crypto investigations more broadly, is there's this cadre of really sort of like tight-knit experts and investigators across the US government. I think there's this stereotype that there are these silos. You have the FBI, you have HSI, you have IRS-CI. I feel like the work that you did is sort of an exception to that. Can you talk a little bit about sort of the partnerships and the work you did working across the interagency?
Sure. I had an amazing opportunity to work with a lot of amazing people, and to use one of the things I learned from somebody we both know, Zia Faruqi. Basically, you make the team, everybody has the role to play, and everybody has the mission in mind, and you accomplish that. And so that would be, working with HSI, that would be working with IRS, finding the right prosecutors to work with. And I was very, very lucky to work with some of the best, and, everybody finds kind of who they can build that team with and just charge forward.
I think it's extraordinary. I think what people don't necessarily realize is you talk about those prosecutors and those agents, and like these people are really good friends and they work really hard together on a really extraordinary mission. Speaking about sort of big cases,
Sure.
Totally coincidentally, this morning, DOJ announced a large forfeiture action in a case involving North Korea IT workers.
Right.
Definitely the combination of North Korea and cryptocurrency, your wheelhouse, your sort of area of
Sure.
expertise.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that case and maybe your involvement.
Sure. For those of you who aren't aware, and I'm sure you know, but North Korea generates revenue involving cryptocurrency in a number of ways. So I think everybody's very, very familiar with how they hack into different virtual asset service providers and steal assets. But another one of the ways that they generate revenue for the regime is to actually have individuals who operate in pseudonym and get hired to do remote work. And oftentimes those individuals are paid in cryptocurrency, which kind of keeps a little bit of a barrier between the various financial systems. But at the same time, that revenue is generating income for companies that work subordinate to their military and also generate revenue for weapons of mass destruction.
It's really extraordinary. I mean, you think about North Korea, and I think people think about these enormous cryptocurrency hacks.
Sure.
But it's really only one part of sort of a much larger theft and then laundering apparatus that North Korea has built over the years.
Right. I mean, the North Koreans are very, very forward leaning. I like to say that the North Koreans are crypto curious. They're trying everything, whether it's laundering or, some of their best coders are going and they're getting jobs as smart contract developers. And that poses a serious risk to the crypto ecosystem, when folks are hiring North Koreans unwittingly to come in and basically setting up their code.
So let's talk a little TRM here. Obviously, I'm incredibly excited personally and professionally to have you on this team. Talk a little bit about sort of why TRM and why now for you in terms of your career journey.
Sure. I mean, as I think back to my time in the FBI, I mean, I spent a lot of time at FBI Chicago and working on cases there. And then toward the end of my career, the last few years, I was at the FBI's Virtual Assets Unit, where I got to broaden the scope and help out various cases around the world that our people, the FBI, were working with. And now I think I see this opportunity with TRM to expand that purview much broader on a much bigger scale, where not only can I help law enforcement in the United States, but I can help law enforcement around the world, and I can really drive forward with a team, from what I've seen so far, who are very, very mission oriented, very forward leaning, and have a vision of something amazing in the future.
Well, I could not be more excited. So welcome to TRM.
Thank you.
Thanks, buddy. Yep.